how can we fix them? Is there any way to save Manchester United at the moment? I don't know, but I'm gonna try to do my best to show you guys an idea of how what I believe could be the fixing and the saving the Manchester United. If you're brand new here, my name is ImKikoSuarez. I talk about football pretty much every day, every other video. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for stopping here and watching the video. If you are from TikTok, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You guys have been killing it with the support, and we're about to hit 20,000 on TikTok. So if you're not part of it, if you happen to be one of those few people that just happen to find this video, link down below for my TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Twitter and Instagram, I interact with my followers a lot more. So if you want to talk to me, send me a DM or just talk to me overall about my opinions and all that. By all means, feel free to follow me down there. Also, download FUTMUP, the official sponsor of the channel. They really help me out, and I do get some money when you download it, and it's a free app for the best live results, news, and rumors. FUTMUP is the place to go. And do I need to promote anything else? I don't think so. All the links down below will give you your referrals for PrizePick, Bovada. Those are the betting sites that I use for direct games or player props, and then all my social media. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Dear Manchester United, let's be honest here, because I'm doing my notes for this video right here, and let's tackle what's really important. What is going on versus what they think is going on. I've noticed a reality with Manchester United for the last 5 years. They think they still the Manchester United of old. What I mean by that, they think they still have Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't care who you hire. I don't care what players you get, what big profile players you get. I don't care what you do. If you still believe that the Manchester United of old is still the same, it's not whatsoever the same, because the role that Sir Alex Ferguson had on that team is beyond our comprehension. It's beyond what it was, because Sir Alex wasn't just the manager. He was the coach. He was the head transfer. He was the one that approved everything. He was the building, and he had a bigger say than we think or than what we know in everything that happened at the club. And now with the Glazers, it's just been a mess. The fact that they cannot keep a coach for what it seems longer than 3 seasons tells you everything that it is. And if anything, what is really going on, and some Manchester United fans might kill me because of this, they're the new Arsenal. Arsenal is doing the right thing, and I'm surprised I'm saying this, but they stick by their guns. They sacked Arsene Wenger. They went for Unai Emery, which was actually, it wasn't a mistake, because Unai has shown when he has backup how good he can be. But the fact that Arteta has been staying there, he has been backed up, and he's just keep getting better and better and better. I wouldn't be surprised if this season Arsenal actually gets third, fourth, or second. The fact that Liverpool just tied today makes that statement not as crazy, but like they might finish second, and that's what United has to realize. They're the new Arsenal. They're gonna be competing for that fourth position. They're gonna have to cut Deadwood, and they're gonna be realistic to themselves and let a coach actually do what a coach does. And that brings me to my second spot, Deadwood. By that I mean they just have a bunch of players that shouldn't be there. Let's be honest here. Luke Shaw, a long time ago, he shouldn't be a Manchester United player. He's just still surviving or thriving from that goal against Italy in the Euro final. That was 2 years ago. Cut it. Maguire. Why is the fridge still there? It really surprises me, or really, it's mind-boggling how you have Varane, Bay or Bailey, whatever, however you say his name, and Lindelof, all having to rotate around Maguire, and now Lisandro Martinez. You're never gonna find a good center back pairing if you don't get rid, or you just don't tackle the main thing. And I wouldn't be surprised, let's be honest here, because I saw some people on Twitter saying this. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a contingency or stipulation in his contract that says that Maguire has to play so many games, and if not, they're gonna pay out. Because in what world does Maguire starting every single game in and game out, make sense? It doesn't. He's by far one of the worst defenders I've seen in a long time. I've never been a pro for him. His CV, he has more relegation battles than title fights. Let that sink in. The man went from a relegation team to a relegation team. The only reason he got hyped up is because of the fact that he had a fantastic season with Leicester City, and then that's it. He got relegated with whole seating. He got relegated with other teams that I can't even bother looking up because I really don't care about it. He's just shit. I'm sorry. He's just bad. Maguire is one of those players that really urge me. The midfield. Fred and McTominay, useless. Useless. Like, what's the point? Like, let's be realistic. If you really want to improve the team, why spend big on the front when your issue is really the DMs? Your midfield is non-existent. You want to get the best of Pogba? Oh, let's get more strikers. You want to get the best of Bruno? Let's get more strikers. My guy, they just need somebody that's safe in front of it. If they have Kante, Casemiro, or anyone of that nature, they will be beyond good. Oh my god, like they just need somebody in that position that can actually control the midfield and just cut the attacks and give the defense some security. Who knows, maybe freaking Maguire will feel safe if they had a Casemiro in front of him. I don't know. Then let's move to the front. The fact that you keep just recycling your front, it's unbelievable. Because Rashford should not be there anymore. Martial, the fact that he just goes alone and comes back, I don't understand why you keep doing that. You have a sexual abuser in Greenwood that I hope he doesn't get a position back in the team. And then you had Daniel James for how long? I don't know. I don't know. That's just all the Deadwood, rather. I'm not going to say Ronaldo because he pulled his weight last season. I'm going to be critical of him in a second, but like he's not Deadwood. He was one of the few players last season that pulled his weight. Like the hair is not the best, but he's by far one of the best goalkeepers that Manchester United has ever had. In last season, the only reason United even finished sixth is because Ronaldo scored goals and they had saved goals, even though they both had a overwhelming season. You know what I'm saying? But even then, those are kind of like the only two players that you could really say from last season. Then also you have Wan-Bissaka just being useless. Like you just bought a player just to buy a player. Really, you just saw Crystal Palace having a good season, and Wan-Bissaka was a big part of it. Boom, let's get him. Like Jesus, inconsistency. This is a big part. This is a really big part from the Mourinho era. I did not look this up, so I'm just going through my head. Right, it went Mourinho, right, and I think second he got sacked, and immediately was Ole as an interim, and he did the miracle. Let's stop kidding ourselves. The fact that Ole got a second position is not because of the fact that he made Manchester United play better. It's because everyone else was fucking injured and everyone else was shit that season. Look at what happened the season right after. They got players in the attack, but they didn't make the defense or the center mid any support. And guess what happened? They just went right back down to reality. I said it. I have proof on Twitter. You can go fact check me. Ole was never the right manager, and the second place position was never a reality for that team. But the fact that they went Mourinho, Ole, Carrick, Rangnick, and now Ten Hag in a matter of 3 years, it just doesn't make sense. That's 5 managers in 3 years. No team will be able to get an identity, a character, and consistency enough to know what they're doing. And also the fact that you vary your key players every other time, because we see what the key players at Manchester United are. Like Rashford is always a staple. Maguire for some reason is there. McFred is always playing. Bruno is always playing. De Gea is always playing. And then Ronaldo now. But out of all those players, Maguire only has 2 seasons and he became captain for some reason. Then McFred has only 2 seasons. Bruno has only 3 seasons in Manchester United. And then Ronaldo, you could say he's a staple, but that's only because of his time in from 2006 to 2008 or whatever how many years he played at United. And overall, if you think about it, there's no consistency. Luke Shaw always gets replaced. The center back pairing is never the same. The right back position, pick your poison. It went from Valencia to Wan-Bissaka to now Dalot to back to Wan-Bissaka. Like, it doesn't make sense. The midfield, like I said, McFred should have been long gone. And then the attacking, they never know who's going to be up there. Is it going to be Cavani? When it used to be Cavani, it was Lukaku, then Zlatan, then everything. It's all over the place. There's no consistency in this Manchester United team. So how do you want a coach or anyone to just go in and build off something? Like Mourinho said, like all those players that Pep Guardiola inherit at Manchester City, he used that base for a long time until he built his own Manchester City. Every single coach that goes into United just like... I mean, these were key players last season, but I honestly look at them and they're all shit. I don't want them. And that's why they buy more players. And guess what? That ruins the whole consistency. It's just bad. It's just bad, really. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they're doing an Arsenal. That's what Arsenal was doing, just buying big players or like players that might do the change, and then they didn't do anything. And that brings me to my next point: band-aids over full-on ruptures, over full-on surgeries. This is where I want to tackle the Ronaldo point. Ronaldo should have gone to Manchester City. The whole reason why United went for Ronaldo as hard or strong as they went is because they saw City pulling the strings to get him, and they knew two things. One, hey, that's a big profile player and we need a striker, so why not for 20 million to get Ronaldo? And two, hey, that's our legend Cristiano Ronaldo. If we don't get him, City will not only get one of the best strikers in the world or one of the best poachers in the world, but also will get one of our biggest legends in our history. So that will have been a double kill. So the fact United went for Cristiano and pulled the Sir Alex Ferguson and all those cards for to convince Ronaldo to get here, it really was just a Hail Mary. Because as you can see last season, Ronaldo was just still scoring goals, and that's the argument that I say every time that anyone criticizes Ronaldo. Ronaldo is just a poacher. His purpose is not to create play, even though it's underrated, just as Lewandowski. Like their build-up play is underrated for both of them, but they do the same role. It's just the only fact that Lewandowski was in Bayern. In Bayern, he was getting the ball. He was getting all the freaking creation. He was getting like what, at least 6 chances per game on creation. I forget what the term is. He was getting the ball in the area for scoring chances a lot in Bayern. Meanwhile, this United team, Ronaldo, if he gets 3 chances per game, that's a lot. That's surprising. Like against Brentford, I think on the second half, once Ten Hag did all the switches, I saw him at least have 2 to 3 good chances, and he missed them. But like that's what happens in football, right? But at least he got the chances. He got the ball served to him. Meanwhile, if you don't get the service, you're not gonna score. That's the problem with a poacher. You need the back of it to actually cross the ball to give him chances, and he just needs to score. It's the same thing with Haaland. It's the same thing with Lewandowski. It's the same thing with Haller. It's the same thing. What's another poacher? Falcao. All those type of players. They don't need to link up. They just gonna be there for one reason only. Give them the ball and they're gonna score. But if they don't get the ball, they become useless, which is stupid. If you know what they do, is that what they do? And that's what I mean by a Hail Mary. They saw the possibility of getting him and they're like, oh, let's do it. And he did win them some games. They did win them some games, but that wasn't it. Same thing when they got Pogba. The whole Pogba thing, what? Why? You just got a big profile player, you used to be a United player, and then you never used him to his fullest. You never built a team around him. You got Zlatan, you never did it. You got Lukaku, you never did it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just get band-aid after band-aid after band-aid thinking that it's going to work, and then nothing happens. Even Maguire, you could say like, oh, we got a big center back striker, big center back signing, and now that's going to help them. I mean, do you even do your homework? Do you expect him to do anything else than not be in the fridge? Like, come on, dude. Like, even if you said the argument like, oh, like we saw how he played with England and Leicester, and we thought we could build the team around the defense around Maguire. Okay, then you should have known that 3 at the back was his forte. So any coach that you hire should have been with a 3 at the back mentality. None of the coaches you have hired have ever played with 3 at the back. They all play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, or any position like that needs a ball, a center back playing out the ball, and then you do that. And then again, you sign Varane, a fantastic center back, one of the best center backs in history. I would say top 20, even top 25 or top 30 if you want to really criticize me that way. But then you just sit him down and still play Maguire on top of him, which then again, does he have a stipulation or something in the team? So you just put band-aid over ruptures. That whole team needs to collapse. That whole team needs to be cleaned up. And that brings me to my next point: how to fix. Manchester United fans, you're going to hate this, but you guys are not fixing this anytime soon. This season, you're going to be lucky if you get 5th. And I mean it. You're going to be lucky. Just, Ten Hag, I saw his face. I saw the game against Brentford, and he was furious. Furious. Like, how do you put the players that you put out? I saw the lineup. I was like, oh, this is great. Like, this is what we want. Rotation. This is what, like, entertainment. This is what Ten Hag needs to do to save Manchester United. And then I saw the game because, again, I only watch United play because I want to see if Ronaldo does anything as a Real Madrid fan. I just want to see if he's doing good. dude, how do you expect to win or even compete at the highest level if Maguire really doesn't care? He just loses the ball left, right, and center. If De Gea is just there, just like I'm a keeper, but you were gonna sell me, and then you sold Dean Henderson, and now I'm your main character. No, fuck off. And he just eats the ball in the middle to whatever. Then your midfield just looks lost. You want Eriksen as your DM when he has half a hard working, and that's why he was successful at Brentford because they understood that. Like, come on, like if you really want to fix United, you have to cut the Deadwood, get all those stupid players out of the way, focus on your academy, get the character back that made Manchester United what Manchester United is. And if you really, really are lucky and you stay with it, and I don't blame the Glazers because the Glazers could really just don't give a fuck. They're billionaires. They're just trying to put everything that they can, and they're just gonna buy the players and everything. If they make money, they make money. If they don't make money, they don't make money. That's why Sir Alex Ferguson was so important. If you really want to fix it, get rid of the wood. Trust Ten Hag for more than 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and then you're gonna see Manchester United come back and compete. But at the moment, you gotta go the Arsenal way. I hate to say it, but you gotta go the Arsenal way. You gotta trust your process. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna be Comedy Club FC for a little bit, but if you stick to your guns for at least 3 seasons, you might be back. But at the moment, this season, unless there is a miracle, and I'm willing to eat my words, you guys are not doing anything this season. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.